Welcome to the most exciting video of your life, where you're going to learn now how to explain the things you already cited. Oh my gosh, I can hear the people cheering. I can hear them. Everyone is so excited. I can see the smiles on your face. I can tell that you are super pumped to get this done. Just know that after today, you're basically finished for the week. Not forever, but for the week. So that's a really good thing. Hooray, yay. All right, I'm going to start with explaining or giving you guys an example of what a semi-complete paragraph might look like. I don't want you to copy it though. So this is going to be me extending some trust to you. Please do not copy what I wrote down just because, oh man, if Miss Amador did half of it, I don't have to do any of it. Please don't copy it down. Please don't do that to me because then I'll feel like I did all this work for no reason. So we started with our second best reason. We did our restate and our answer. For the purposes of this video, we are going to act as though this is the essay I am writing. My claim, I have to review that because I need to know, especially for my explanations, I need to know what is it that I'm trying to prove? What is the point I'm trying to make? And what is the best way that I can use words to do that? Mercy killing is or is not justified. I think for this one, this is saying it is justified. So mercy killing is justified because, and this is my reason, prolonging life can cause financial stress for families and hospitals. Got it. So I know that my evidence needs to support that. I already took care of that yesterday. According to, and I picked out a piece of evidence. It's similar to the one that I talked about in the video already. According to Pros and Cons of Euthanasia in paragraph 11, healthcare cost is and will always be a concern for the family, irrespective of euthanasia being legalized. Now I need to fill out this box. I need to explain it. So first, in order to figure out how we start our sentence, I'm going to go down here to my notes. And at the bottom, you can't really see, but it says for explain to use the documents in the writing resources topic to help with sentence stems. You are explaining how your cited evidence supports your thesis statement. So you have a topic or a document in the writing resources topic that's going to help you understand. We're going to start with the race one. Okay, the race one, we're on E, explain, and look, we have a bunch of different sentence stems. Try to vary it. Try to make it make sense. I'm going to go ahead and go with it can be concluded that. I think that one sounds nice. So I'm going to use that as my sentence stem. It can be concluded that. And I need to explain this piece of evidence. This is the hardest part of the writing process. When you're explaining evidence, you want to always connect it back to your thesis statement. You don't want to restate what your quotation or your evidence is saying, and you want to further your own claim when you're talking. So I'm going to look back again at my evidence. Healthcare costs is and will always be a concern for the family, irrespective of euthanasia being legalized. And I need to remember what I'm claiming in the first place is that mercy killing is justified. So I want to convince people that they should be for mercy killing. They should not be against it. Looking at this, and what do I want to do? I probably want to play on the family a little bit because I think that's going to be a stronger argument. So I'm going to touch on that. It can be concluded that families spend additional money to prolong lives, but that does not always mean that the quality of life will be much better or that it will not create a financial problem that families cannot overcome. So I'm over-explaining there a little bit. That's okay. Don't assume that your reader is going to accept a small explanation. Over-explain. What does that sentence really mean? How does that really help your argument? And if you want to add another sentence explaining, then you can go ahead and do that. But make sure you want to explain your quote and then you want to take it a little bit further. So what does it mean? Because you yourself are probably making connections about why that evidence makes sense to you. You need to very thoroughly explain that. So we're using our sentence stem, and then we're going to fill in the rest of the sentence. It's the same thing when you go here to explain the second time. Use a different sentence stem. Maybe this time we'll use this shows that. And what is your quote showing? Remember, we're not just going to summarize the quote. We're not just going to restate it. We want to make sure that we're explaining the quote and we're explaining how it helps us. How does it support our own argument? How does it support what we are claiming in the first place? This is the most difficult part, like I said before. So if you need any help, I suggest you attend the sessions, your Google Meets this week. If you haven't done that, then you need to write out an email that's very clear so that your teachers can help you. And then your very, very last thing is a concluding sentence. For your concluding sentence, you're going to want to go to your transitions under writing resources, look at words to conclude or summarize. Consequently, that's a great word. That's the first one I saw, so I'm going to use that first. Consequently, mercy killing should be what? And then finish that thought. Because this is how we're going to show that we're ready to move on to another reason. And we'll do those next week. All right, remember to email if you have any questions. I know that this part will take a lot more thinking. Remember, it's not supposed to be super duper easy. If it is, that's awesome. But if it's not, don't stop yourself from trying. Still put in the effort. That's how you get better.